not a vampire, not an alien. I'm not the fucking mummy, I'm a goblin.
Greetings, Goblin Nation! Welcome to another review of Blade Trinity, the last movie that we ever gonna see of this version of Blade from Wesley Snipes. You know, and this one has lots of cool actors. There is Ryan Reynolds. There is Jessica. I don't remember her last name. And of course, Wesley Snipes. Wait. There's this one cop. I don't know the name of it, but in this movie there is this one cop, and there's one good cop. There is a bad cop, but there's also a good cop that we don't know much about. But I listen to his voice. I see him. It's a younger version of the guy that's on Black Lightning. The guy, like the only white guy, that's on Black Lightning, kind of thing. That guy is like that's been making sure Black Lightning grows up. That guy was in this movie. I was like, oh, well, that's funny. Also, there is Dominic. What's his last name? I don't remember. The guy that plays in Prison Break, the brother of Micah. And to a reference a little bit more regular kind of thing, the guy that plays Heatwave in Legends of Tomorrow. You know, that guy, you know, he doesn't want to go out of that, but he plays the big villain in this. And before I was like, oh, before in another of my movie I was like, he's playing the big villain, one of the first. But actually, he's not just playing the big villain. He is the legend himself. Also got this thing on because it's literally the same jacket as Blade has. I mean, it was my father bought this in the 90s when the Matrix was a big thing. You know, so kind of thing. But it's way too small to be from the Matrix. And watch out! Fuck it! Just ignore the sound of that. Shut up! Ignore it! Are you ignoring it? I am not! But you should. Anyway, so Blade has this long jacket that's actually more on that kind of thing. I think his jacket is a little bit shorter than the one of the Matrix. So it kind of goes. Of course, I don't have armor. I don't have all that armor going on. I don't have that. Whatever, but I don't. You're still going. Shut up! Oh my god, it's annoying the hell out of me. It gets me distracted. Anyway, so. Oh. Shut up! When you gonna shut up? Finally, he shuts up! That's about fucking time. I could not get one more second of that. Anyway, where were we? Oh yes, we were introducing all the kind of thing. So he plays the legend himself, Dracula. So I was like, oh, he's playing Dracula. Of course he is. I mean, if you're gonna end a movie, a trilogy, it makes sense if the third one is gonna be the biggest bad of all. And yes, in the Marvel comics, he does exist also as his own thing, and he is a big villain for Blade, you know. So they kind of the villains are like, you know what, we need help, you know. Blade is just a maniac, and he just kills like a lot of people, or a mutant thing didn't help. So we want to be able to do something. We also still want to be a vampire, but we want to. So the only one who can wake up is Dracula. But Dracula was apparently in this movie is like I disgusted by the human race. I just gonna go under. I don't like this period. I don't want to be in here. I just gonna go. Just gonna go to sleep, and they wake them up a little bit pissed off, kind of thing. He's like the very first kind of thing. He's the one that began it all, and his children are the kind of thing. Anyway, so he wakes up when badass was said. First he was just feeding because it's like, oh yeah, he lets you capture him because he is a maniac. Also, Blade is in the beginning of the movie a little bit like, I don't care about humans anymore. Not that I don't care about secrets against the humans. Man, my hair. I think it was a little bit too wet. Anyway, so now my fucking hands are anyway, so Blade is kind of like this whole thing going on that he needs to kind of to take the night. He takes every vampire down with a car, with a kind of thing, together with Whisper, and he does this whole thing, but he doesn't do it good. I mean, he tries to do it kind of thing, but he doesn't do the secretive so much as good anymore. He kills a guy that's just one of the vampire goonies kind of thing. He's human. He's rather be a pet than being dead. So this guy kind of gets killed by Blade in front of lots of people. Now the cops are after him, and at first they're like, don't worry about it. But then the cops show up, and they're all humans. So yeah, that doesn't look a lot. Whisper is like, okay, destroy this, destroy that. It destroys the whole factory, and he dies with it. It's like, oh, ash. And then he is Blade is a kind of thing. They're like, okay, now we're gonna see if you're really kind of thing. Or they have it on tape. Everybody wants him dead. Everybody wants him captured. You know. And now they do a better job in the underworld for this, because it's a bigger thing in the underworld. Here it seems like just the beginning of it. Just the oh my god, my hair doesn't look good. Anyway, so in the beginning kind of thing, because after a lot of kind of thing and they're trying to get crazy, we find out there are some that actually are vampires, and that the vampires actually get a lot of money that they have everywhere in a kind of thing. And but then Ryan Reynolds' character comes in. I forgot Gabriel, whatever. He comes in, and Ryan Reynolds' style, he's like very much talkative. It's like, hey, we're coming to save you, kind of thing. He is like, I don't need saving. It's like, you guys are Goonies. No! They're much better than you on this point, because you didn't care about the secretive kind of thing. You are just going Blaze. Just because you got a little bit more strength and are a little bit stronger doesn't mean you're know everything that is to me. Anyway, so and then we find also the other guy that Ryan is with is Whisper's daughter. So, and she got a bow and arrow. I'm like, is that supposed to be Hawkeye? Like Hawk Girl, whatever, that kind of the daughter of Hawkeye. I don't know. No, because it's Wesley, Whisper's daughter. And so they kind of get him a kind of, he's first like, I'm gonna disappear, because he disappeared like, what? This shouldn't be, this was supposed to be a rescue, but where are you going? So they get outside, and Blade is like, I forgot I cannot leave my sword behind. No, I cannot leave the sword behind. So then they go to the thing, and then it's like they find out, okay, they're actually awakened Dracula, like Drake. He comes out for Drake kind of thing. He has many names, you know. Yeah, some names. Also, when Dracula finds out, it's like, oh my god, they make the whole stupid thing about me. Oh my god, this is so stupid. I just want to feed kind of thing. And so I'm here to destroy Blade, and no, they try to want me to make them immortal, because the first time, and then Blade kind of thing, Blade gets his ass kind of owned to him a little bit, because it's more running. It's like, run baby run, because he wants I was like, okay, now it's gonna go, and it's cool Dracula. I'm like, I really love this version, because one, it's one of my favorite actors. That's like, here is like this movie is really great, because a lot of actors that I like are in this. Like, sure, Wesley Snipes is like, but like he's cool as Blade now, but I'm not interested to see him anywhere else, so kind of thing. But Ryan Reynolds is in it. I love seeing things of him. There is the guy of Black Lightning. That's awesome. Also in that in this series, like, oh my god, I love him. And then there is, yes, I'm going all over the list again. I think Jessica also saw the daughter that plays kind of thing, the Wesley's daughter, Wait, there's more. There's not some more kind of characters that I like in this movie. Like the villain Blade is cool, kind of thing that I think there was one more that I didn't mention, but I don't remember. So that's kind. I could look up the casting, like there's the one, but I'm not gonna. Anyway, so now Blade needs to kill them. Blade needs to go, not kill them, but he needs to team up with his team to kill Blade. So sure, Dracula tries to find him, tries to kick his ass. First we are like, oh, this guy has done it, and we find out this guy is dead. And Dracula can imitate others, can become a kind of thing. Ryan Reynolds does his Ryan Reynolds thing, so you see a lot of him. I forgot all about how much Ryan Reynolds was in it. I thought he was dead like the first 5 seconds of the movie, or 20 minutes, because he wasn't that big yet, so it's like, he's gonna be kind of a big deal. Apparently, yes! He's like how the whole movie is with him and Jessica kind of thing, and Blade. So those three are the main characters of this whole movie. Well, and you know, Dracula, because you know, it's a movie. So Dracula kind of wants to find out Blade. Then it's a whole running gag going on, like lots of running for some reason. I'm like, Dracula, shouldn't you not fight? He didn't kill Chain. Then he finally is like, here, Prince Baby, next time we meet, I'm gonna kick your ass! Like, I'm gonna. And then they have to do the next time. Sure, there are some like, first they try to go somewhere, and when they get back, the whole party, he goes with Whisper somewhere, and the rest leave that. I think Ryan Reynolds' character got hurt on the point against Dracula last time, so he is kind of hurt. He's like, oh my god, I'm dying! This is hard! Ryan Reynolds joke kind of thing. I would really recommend this movie. It's really cool. It's awesome, and it's like so much I could talk about, but I can't because we're already 12 minutes in, and I'm still not at the ending. Also, I'm a little bit going chaotic. It also has to do with that I saw the movie yesterday and not today, so I have slept over it. So it's a little bit of that getting off me. It's a difference between watching it right after doing a review, right after I see the movie, and doing the review 8 hours after I see the movie. It's like a very difference. You maybe notice that, but my reviews are like when I just watched it and when I watched it like a longer time ago. Yeah, maybe you find that kind of thing. Anyway, I think I'm way more chaotic when it's been a while. Anyway, so now they need to find this kind of him again, and Ryan Reynolds is recovering, but then he shows up again, Dracula, while Blade and Whisper is not around. Because also Ryan Reynolds' character is a former vampire. What a vampire! But that he wasn't. He got saved by Whisper, he had the cure, and now he is a good guy and never wants to return to being a vampire. Now he's getting tortured because now he's like, I'm getting tortured! And everybody in that warehouse is dead. Even a little girl, she's not dead, but she is kidnapped just like Ryan Reynolds' character. And because Ryan Reynolds is a former vampire, you know, he's a former vampire, so he's kind of like, kind of like, I don't want to become a vampire again. And I was like, are we gonna let you starve here? It's like, sure, you can keep on talking, doing Ryan Reynolds stuff that I really like the whole thing. Ryan Reynolds is like my favorite character of this, and it also has to do that he's also my favorite actor. But you know, so Ryan Reynolds has this kind of favorite thing going on, and keeps on talking, keeps saying "Merc met him out" kind of thing. I mean, he keeps on talking and talking kind of thing, like, oh, that's funny. I was like, I would never kind of thing. Till it's like, yeah, how about we change you a vampire, let you starve, and then let's only this little girl kind of thing. Like, no, hell no. There was also a time like where there's like, oh, there is a well, maybe that's after this kind of thing. Then he starts talking again. It's like, there is this chip in my left ass cheek kind of thing. It's like, There's no left dash. Shit, I can't think. You're gonna start making fun of that anymore. Bang! Like, oh, you want? It's like, no. It's true. It's like you're right. It's my right. It's ass cheek kind of thing. And so he's kind of thing. But then they show up. Blade shows up and Whisper shows up. They all show up. And this time, sure, the most of our dead, but was this blind girl that apparently can do computers while being blind, can pull up things while being blind. I don't know how you do that, but okay, wow, you're amazing. Anyway, so she got all this kind of genius kind of going, and she made a cure for the whole kind of thing. So everybody's blood needs pure blood, like not a pure blood, and really pure kind of thing, in the sense of this guy that it has to be the first. And oh, lucky us! The Dracula came back. So sure, it's for the vampires a good thing, but it's also for the humans a good thing, because now they can find this cure, and goddamn, they have the cure. So they have to just see that Dracula kind of thing. So Blade goes against Dracula. Ryan Reynolds' character goes against his ex-mentor, kind of going on. First, this big brute kind of thing that he goes Ryan Reynolds against, like very much jokes kind of giving, try to hit Whisper. She got first, like this other character trying to kind of think that she has kind of a beef with in this whole movie, and it was awesome. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. This is awesome. Like every single character has this great dynamic against the guys they go up against, and I feel like, alright, this is good. Ryan Reynolds makes so much sense because he's a former kind of thing, so he knows everybody. And Blade is like the half demon, has a lot of comments with Dracula. That's also again Daywalk. It's like everybody wants to be Daywalker because I'm the first, but I'm the first. That's why I can be in the light. That's kind of thing. You and me are not kind of thing. He also gets this cool armor, and that looks so good on him, man. Dracula has this cool, awesome, badass armor, gladiator armor, and he goes toe to toe with Wesley Snipes' blades. Like, it's so awesome, kind of thing. That this was so awesome in every way. And eventually, Whisper is done with her, kind of thing, and does the arrow thing, and bang, right in his throat, killing him and killing everybody around. All the things go in the air, and every vampire starts melting. Also, I love this one piece that Ryan Reynolds had to go against 3 dogs, vampire dogs. They're like, oh, good doggy. And then that's like, and the next time he has to go to the owner of the dog. He's like, do you look in the lobby? He's like, I think they're in the lobby now. I was like, that's like why he's kind of saying, it's just so funny, and he can piss off somebody so good. That's like, okay, I can see why they're fighting each other. It's like, this guy has real against it. It makes all sense. And his mentor is finally dying around next to him. So everybody dies. All vampires on this building dies, kind of thing, because now even and this cool, awesome fight scene with Blade and Dracula, like even it had this moment of Dragon Ball Z. And, like they fucking smash in the ground, and the ground, bam, like a big hole. It's like, holy macaroni! That reminds me of Dragon Ball. That's really cool. That was really cool, awesome scene. And then, of course, the thing happened. He kind of got shot, and then he dies slowly because he's Dracula. He needs a dramatic ending. You're like, oh my god, this was kind of thing. You fight with honor. Kind of thing. He was really long alive before. I was like, oh, now he's human. No, he dies. He dies in the end. But it takes very long to see him die. Anyway, so Dracula kind of died, and Blade would also die till he is in the morgue, and it's like his heart never stopped. Like, sure, he's a half vampire kind of thing, but he also has his heart. So is he human now? It's like all till the world needs him again, but it's like, let's just go with the thing. He's human, and he done his whole thing. He has worked his ass off. He doesn't need to do anything anymore. He is now kind of won the whole thing. There is a cure that this kind of virus that spread, so everybody's gonna stay human now. And because Dracula is dead, everything is kind of thing. Blade is the victory of this, and it was a great movie. I should have done this review way after I didn't, because I feel like I could have done it way better than this review. What's your thoughts about it? Do you guys think I did it good? Because I feel like I'm a little bit too much all over the place, but at the same time, I think you kind of get the point, the plot of this movie. I hope you do. So if you didn't, watch the movie again, because Blade Trinity was really good. It had a lot of good cast in it, and yes, this is one of my. I give this one a legendary. I'm gonna give Blade Trinity an above 10 and 10 legendary. That's like almost mega. It's not there, but it's close to there, because this one was really good. The best of all 3 movies of Blade. I really enjoyed it, mostly because Ryan Reynolds was in it, and because it had everything I wanted in a Blade movie. A little bit comedy, Ryan Reynolds kind of thing, did that kind of thing. There was just so much into it to love about this movie. It had heart and soul in it, because before this it was mostly Wesley Snipes' character and Whisper kind of thing, those two, and sure there was this other that was also cool in the last movie, a really big actor that was also cool to see, but he betrayed in the end and he blowed up, so it's like, okay. And the first one, I just think the third one was the best of the 3 movies. That's just my opinion about this, the Goblin's opinion about this movie. What's your thoughts about it? Do you guys love the movie? You guys are like, no, or you never saw it and like, oh my god, now I'm sold. I'm sold. I can watch it immediately. You wait here. I can watch it. So maybe you're that kind of thing. I cannot wait here unless you pause it till the fucking moment you come back. Maybe you do that, maybe. But either way, I really enjoyed it. Well, I want to know your thoughts about this, about Blade kind of thing, about the last movie in the Blade, Wesley Snipes. What do you guys think? What do you guys think will the MCU version will be? I feel like it's gonna be a little bit the same, and I don't think they're gonna reference so much of the MCU as some people think. But you know, you never know. You never know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I was Blade, the Goblin Blade. I got my blade. I don't. It's imaginary. Just like my girlfriend. Oh man, well, I'm working on both of them. I gotta make it. I gotta make my fucker. A sword. Anyway, bye. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you guys in my next ones. Goodbye.
And then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind.